Alright, I'm on hole number 14 of the Coastal Classic Tournament. Okay, let's just get with it. Let's have some fun here. Let's just go out and pop this off. I'm just going to go out like this is one-on-one. Saturn. Do I have a Saturn in the bag? There we go. Saturn. Katana. So those 199 packs, you don't qualify, you get offered a 199 pack, you get 25 katanas. That's a whole round of golf. You can play a katana on every hole. And usually, the par 3s here require so much side spin. Excuse me. That a katana was working really, really well. But most par 3s, you can use a Quasar, a Navigator, a Marlin. I mean, most par 3s, you don't have to bring out something special. Maximum in about 1-ish. Okay, 3, 5, 6. My Saturn is 3, 3. I'm going to do a little over a ring. A little bit of curl. Hitting it great on the left, great on the outside. Give myself a little run by it. I want just enough backspin that I'm going past the hole like that. So if that would have been on track and hit the flagpole, there's a shot that would have went in. It's almost too fast. We're just depending on what angle. Like if it didn't hit the flagpole, it'd probably roll over the cup because it's going up the hill like that, and it's a good chance it'll just slide right over the top of it. But there's a fine line there between too much roll forward and you'll roll off the backside and end up in the rough. And then there's a fine line between too much and you'll end up clipping the rough in the front and you won't get up to it. The closer you can get it, the smaller your rings get, the more accurate your club is. Isn't it perfect? That's why those clubs with topspin, the wedge with topspin, you can stretch that topspin out, and if the club's got ball guide where you can really see what that's doing for you, you can pull that ring set closer and closer and closer to you, and the closer it gets to you, the more accurate it gets. It's a draw. Need to pick up a shot. I came in today. I went on. I had my practice account. Wasn't able to finish it up yesterday. I got up this morning and I played it, and I knew right away that I was just having one of those days where I was just flat. Hadn't woke up, hadn't done anything. I should have sat down and watched TV and chilled out and messed around, and then came out and played. And I got started a little too early, and I just played flat. And then I played my main account, and I played it flat too, and just ended up with a 24. And that was in that bracket. I came into the weekend round. I had everybody in the bracket covered in tiebreaker. So whatever, if I shot a 24, I was going to be the top 24, top 25. Whatever I shot, I was going to be on top. So I had tiebreakers with people. So at 27, I'm going to shoot this just because we're here. I think, and I got the right. It's 4, it's 2, 5. That leaves me 1, 5. Got a ring and 2/3. Isn't it perfect? Trying to lay it up out there. Keep it in front. I don't even know where my opponent was, so I'm not sure what the deal was on that one. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Alright, there was hole number 14. Alright, where are we at here? Let's think about where we're at. there's a lot of people in this bracket that haven't played yet. So, I mean, pretty much everybody below me hasn't played. So, we have no idea what's going to end up in this bracket. I'm not sure where I came in. I got in this bracket really late. So, when you're getting into a bracket, if you get into... So, the tournament starts Sunday morning at 12:01. And I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's on Pacific time. So, if you're on the East Coast, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Here, it's midnight. At midnight, the tournament starts. So if you get in a bracket early, there's a mass of people that are just waiting for the tournament to start and then jump in. So if you get into a bracket early, literally as fast as you get into your account, it shows you your opening round and where you ended up in your opening round, and you get through and you get back to the home screen and you get into the tournament. By the time you do that, nobody will have played a hole. And there's already, the bracket's already full, so you already have 100 people in it. And it'll show you like you're in 15th or 16th or 27th or 3rd or 1st or whatever it happens to be, 98th. That means that you came into that bracket. You know, let's take the situation of 98th. You came into that bracket and you have tiebreakers on nobody. I mean, if you shoot a 24 and there's 17 people that shot a 24, you're going to be in the 17th 24 spot. You're not going to have you don't have anybody covered. The only way you're going to beat people in that bracket is to actually outshoot them. If you come in first and you shoot a 24, you're going to be the top 24. So I like to get into brackets early. Sometimes and I've played it all different ways where you wait and you get in a bracket just whenever you go to play. But I like to get into brackets early. And that's why a lot of times you'll see my brackets where there's 107 people in them, because it just like the bracket filled up instantly and there was a bunch of people that they couldn't separate them from time. So you'll get into brackets. I think the biggest bracket I've been in is like 120. So if you get in right there at the very beginning, then you can see where you come into the bracket, and that'll help you so you know where you're going to, like what you have to do. Now, the real way to play that is to immediately start playing. Because if you come in, let's say you come in 5th or 6th, and that you know that there's 5 guys that are above you, or ladies, there's 5 players above you that can get you a tiebreaker. So if you start playing real quick and you're on a good run and you pop off a really good score, it puts pressure on them. And anytime you can put pressure on them, if they're looking up there at the top, if you play really quick. Most of my accounts I get in, and then at some point down the road I'll play. So that's why a lot of times you see when I come into the round, I'm 99th. So a lot of people have already started playing holes or finished the round before I get started. All right, that was hole number 14 of the Coastal Classic Tournament. Thanks for watching.